Who is it that's listening to this video right now? How would you define yourself? You'd start with your name, I imagine, and I'm guessing you're a human being. A man, a woman, son, daughter from this town, in that country. It's all well and good if you're thinking about your identity, but what is the core of your being? If you follow the line of modern scientific thinking, then the answer is you're a brain. A brain has made this video using electrical signals in nerves and has sent information to your brain via the internet, which also uses electricity along with electromagnetic waves. With this outlook, you might come up with a theory that electricity is the primary source of all consciousness. This links beautifully to the fact that electricity is also the medium by which conscious minds are connected all across the globe. In this way, more weight can be added to the recent AI craze, specifically the discussion around whether AI is conscious, and if not, when it will achieve consciousness. There's deep truths behind all of this, but anyone who's religious or in any way spiritually inclined would argue that this outlook is missing something really important, namely the soul and the spirit. Would you agree with that? Or do you think electricity is all there is to it? Am I a brain talking to a brain? Or are there two spirits communicating right now, using electricity as their physical medium? For this video, we'll listen to a short lecture excerpt from the scholar and Christian mystic Rudolf Steiner, which will briefly outline the spiritual scientific perspective on this issue. From there, you can listen to the full lecture if you wish and go on to do your own investigations. This is from Lecture 1 of a series called Secret Brotherhoods and the Mystery of the Double, given in St. Gallen, Switzerland on the 15th of November, 1917. It's read beautifully by Dale Brunfold. All the relevant links will be in the description.
Although science itself has, for the most part, progressed beyond certain views, popular opinion still holds the views that science left behind decades ago. Therefore, many still believe the human nervous system to be nothing but a tool for thinking, feeling, and will. In other words, for experiences of the soul. Those, however, who learn to perceive soul life by means of soul organs, spirit eyes or ears, such as I described in principle earlier on, those who really discover what soul life is, know that to call the brain a tool for thinking is just like talking about walking along a muddy path and leaving footprints there, which someone coming along later tries to explain. How does he explain them? By saying that down in the depths of the earth there are forces that vibrate up and down and thus produce the footprints. The footprints, however, were not caused by those forces at all, but by me when I walk there. This is how the physiologists today explain that what takes place in the brain is generated by the brain, and there is indeed something in the nervous system that corresponds to every thought and idea, every feeling. Just as my footprints correspond with where I have trodden, so is there something in the brain that does correspond with every impression encountered by the soul. But it is the soul that has impressed it upon the brain. The earth is just as little the organ for my treading or my footprints. It is just as little what produces them as the brain is the organ for all kinds of thoughts or ideation processes. I cannot walk without the ground, for I cannot walk in the air. I need the ground to walk on. And the brain is needed for the same reason, not because it produces the soul impressions, but because the soul processes need the firm foundation upon which to express themselves during the period when the human being lives in a body between birth and death.
Thanks for listening, if you made it this far. I've not got much more to add, to be honest. I just hope that this video sparks your own thinking, excuse the pun, around consciousness and the core of your being, and hopefully interests you enough that you delve deeper into the spiritual perspective on this, especially the works of Rudolf Steiner, whose lectures can help to untangle the sometimes confusing notions of soul and spirit, and help illuminate the deep wisdom contained within sacred texts like the Bible. As always, we'll finish with the Bible. This time it's 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 6 to 16. Peace and blessings to you all. However, we speak wisdom among those who are mature, yet not the wisdom of this age, nor of the rulers of this age, who are coming to nothing. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, the hidden wisdom which God ordained before the ages for our glory, which none of the rulers of this age knew, for had they known, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. But as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for those who love him. But God has revealed them to us through His Spirit. For the Spirit searches all things, yes, the deep things of God. For what man knows the things of a man except the spirit of the man which is in him? Even so, no one knows the things of God except the Spirit of God. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit who is from God, that we might know the things that have been freely given to us by God. These things we also speak, not in words which man's wisdom teaches, but which the Holy Spirit teaches, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. But the natural man does not receive the things of the spirits of God, for they are foolishness to him, nor can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he who is spiritual judges all things, yet he himself is rightly judged by no one. For who has known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ.